Last time on the Minus 20 podcast, the heroes fight the pickpocket gang known as Fingers McNab to a standoff. A truce is forged, and the heroes heal the fallen thieves. What will the Fingers McNab gang reveal to Hammer City's Vigilantes?
Hey everybody, welcome back. Minus 20 podcast. I'm your GM, Jay, playing Pathfinder 2nd Edition, a homebrew campaign called Vigilante. I might keep saying that probably for the next 250 episodes. So
I don't know, Jay, the way the combat went tonight, I don't know if we're going to get to 200. Not with these characters.
Maybe.
6 seasons in a movie.
Yeah. We'll see. No, you guys are great. I knew there was a good chance you may not win this fight, but I thought that was interesting. It was a tough fight.
Emotionally, as well as physically.
Yeah. Diana, hi.
Hi, I'm Diana. I play Kira.
Nate.
I'm Nate. I play Shepard.
James, good to see you.
James playing Bo Poncho.
John, you're here.
I am indeed. I am John, and I still play Marth.
And Holly.
I'm Holly, Serafina, as always.
Say we play them for now. I think it's funny I say I play Kira, but half the time Kira's going by pen, so people are going to be like, who the heck is Kira?
I mean,
Today
I
I'm
literally
planning on
play
playing
two
this
characters.
character.
Yeah,
so.
exactly.
Before we get in our bant, let's do hero points. I'm going to give it to Nate for Shepard's. I guess he diffused the combat last step.
He tried.
No, I would say he did. That was
You succeeded.
yeah. That was a good moment. The five fingers apparently liked their own people and realized they had a deal. And I'm glad. I was a little worried about whether Penn was going to live.
It was sketchy.
She was down to 1 hit point.
Bo was
So
unconscious.
romantic.
Bo was unconscious. So
Like Romeo and
Marth was
Juliet.
just unconscious. Feels like it's a trend in these combats, Jay. Someone always drops, if not 2 or 3 people.
That's right. I need combat till someone hits the floor. Speaking of hitting the floor and combat, I'm curious, we've all played a lot of RPGs here. Some of us together in games. I know I have at least one other GM here, maybe even more, who have played and hosted games for people at this table. What are your most memorable, what's a memory of an RPG that sticks out to you? These are the reasons we play. So I love hearing these stories. So let's just go around and tell a quick moment from your RPG days that you really, thought was cool or scary or like changed the way you thought about the game. Let's start with Diana. What, you got a memory?
I do. I have one that's sticking out, and I actually kind of forgot this happened. So for me, these kinds of games did not come naturally. I was very, very hesitant to immerse in this fantasy playing world. And so when I first started playing, it was just kind of fun to roll the dice. Wasn't going to role play. It wasn't going to happen, right? But I kept playing, and I've been in a couple campaigns, obviously with my husband, Nate. James and I have been in several campaigns together. And it was in a campaign that Nate was DMing. And I think it was the first time that I wasn't playing as Diana. I was playing as my character.
Oh, cool.
And so something happened, and James' character ran out because he was going to make a coy, what is the word? Ploy? He was pretending something was happening and trying to lure out the bad guys. I knew as Diana what he was doing, but my character didn't know because he was up ahead in line and whispered it. So his character ran out and just did this ploy. And my character's like, he needs help. And I chase after him. And it was just this really goofy, what is happening?
Yeah.
But it felt so fun to let go and just kind of put myself in my character's shoes. Yeah. And I've been chasing that feeling ever since.
Nice. Well, you do a very good job of immersing yourself in character. I like when you responded to the message, you're like, what? That was so freaking funny because it was in your, right? Like you could totally imagine Kira doing that, or Pen Kira. What about you, Nate? What's a good moment for you?
I'm lucky enough to say that I've played Pathfinder and D&D with everyone at the table here. So I have many, many, many good memories with everyone, from our own tabletop game that we run at home, the silly drawings from my wife and her trying to be cool, but using cheap to speak with squirrels. James is a fantastic role player, and I remember some of the coolest Adventure League games where, you know, the culmination of the Mad Mage, where he made this huge handcrafted arena for the final fight. Yeah, so many memorable memories. But seeing that we are here, the most memorable memory that I had here was our Curse of Strahd finale. Those are probably some of the most memorable and some of the most hard moments in tabletop gaming, at least for me, to say for the final time, like, goodbye.
Yeah.
So
No, now I'm going to cry again.
I remember the camaraderie. I remember all the fun that we had all the way up till that day, and I still think from time to time how much fun it would be to get the gang back together just for one more one shot, you know. But
yeah, Nate played
C'est la
this
vie.
halfling cleric, Desi.
No, wizard, right?
Wizard.
Yep. Halfling
Cleric.
wizard. She's
Not a-
both.
she's both,
multi-class.
So we're
She's
both
an
right,
oracle.
thank God. Who took over, like, Strahd essentially took over, became the new Strahd at the end of that campaign.
What?
Yeah, it was pretty great. Sort of evil in her own way. What about you, James?
For me, this would be the campaign where I actually got to meet Nate and Diana doing Storm King's Thunder. This was Adventures League. And spoiler alerts, if you are about to run this, you know, skip ahead in the time skip.
Yeah.
I'll put it on the YouTube where to
Don't
jump
run it,
to.
is my advice.
Shout out to Fernando
Spoiler
if
warning.
you're listening. Thanks for DMing that.
Fernando.
And one of the big scenes in that is you don't actually know who the villain is through the whole game because they're dressed up as somebody else. And with some real clever role playing, the group was like, "Hey, can we use this scrying portal over here? We want to see where the bad guy is." And rolls were high enough, and at the moment, like, it was like, "Okay, yeah." It starts apparating into place, and you see the scry, and it's in the room. You see yourself, and it's behind this person. So, and everyone in the room just lost it because they're like, "Wait, they're right here." It was one of those, like, we're in a very large room, and there's probably 10 games around us playing. It's very loud, but we were the loudest table at that moment, bar none. So,
Oh, I love that.
That's cool. Storm King's Thunder is the reason I play Pathfinder.
I think it gets a bad rap. It's one of those ones where, yes, there's a little bit of a path there, but like every book like forces you through, and that I hate that. Storm King's Thunder was the first one that was like, "Hey, here's a mid story, build something yourself." And so that pushed me to be a better GM. So
Yeah. I just was prepping 6 to 8 hours per act.
Yeah.
So not much fun for me.
Yeah, every DM's worst nightmare is doing all this prep and your characters decide to do the exact opposite.
Yeah.
Yeah, my characters kept going on side quests, then they forgot what the main quest was.
That's
You know?
like Skyrim.
Can confirm. I can confirm.
John, what was your favorite movie?
I mean, I got lots of favorite ones. In a role playing, like, kind of proud of it. There is a campaign that was supposed to be kind of like a grim dark type of feel to it. So I have a character that has to fit that, and I made like a very stoic shadow monk that's supposed to be like, you know, kind of badass and like hides in shadows and bolts around, all that kind of stuff. This is one of the times when I first realized my Will Wheaton disease. So everything that this like super dexterous, powerful, like tiefling shadow guy tried to do, every time it was like I rolled a 3. So I had to very quickly learn how to play the character that like fails all the time. They like, "Oh, see, look at me do this flip. I landed on my head." Like, we had one where there's a trap that's supposed to be a kind of a typical thing of like, you know, oh, you stick your hand in here to press the button and then you're going to get injured, like it, because it wants to take your blood to open the door. And my guy figured it out. He's like, "Yeah, absolutely." Puts it in, and I rolled the worst number for a critical fail, and it cut my whole arm off.
He was a
As
monk.
a monk. They just like, how do I role play this?
Your body is a
Ow.
weapon, not just your fist, your whole body.
Oh, and Deanna was in there too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Was that Ken's game?
That was
Yeah.
Ken's game.
Yep.
I think I was in that eventually.
Yeah,
too.
you eventually did too.
That's a fun
Cool
one.
guy, Joe.
Oh, yeah.
I was so intimidated by you guys when I first jumped in. Like, oh, they're so good at this and cool.
No.
Some of the best roles in D&D are the natural ones.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
20s are cool, but I think the ones tell a much fun, more memorable story.
Like, it may not be something that people know from me playing Marth, kind of the straight guy, but I often play the a little bit ludicrous character. So getting failures on those, it's great. The one time I wanted to be the, like, I'm a badass. Like, nope. The worst roles ever.
Yeah.
Same with Diana, every time. He's supposed to be a cool character.
Cool, guys. It's supposed to be cool.
Well, I think John has been rolling the best out of everyone in this
I
game.
know.
So you've been transformed somehow. Holly, what about you?
Well, I'm going to bring it back to Strahd, and this all proves to me that like Nate is the glue that holds this group together, because
Aw.
one of my most memorable moments was when our party was starting to kind of lose our moral compass, and Nate's character Desi totally called us out on it. And the amount of, it's kind of like what you were saying, Diana, like playing as my character, because the sense of shame I felt over that after getting lectured by Nate about how, we were all good and what's happening to us. Is this who we really want to become? And I was just like, I'm sorry.
And then that character goes on to become your Strahd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was great for so many reasons, but I think it was well into the campaign, like the second year of the campaign.
Mm-hmm.
I think people were tired and a lot of stuff had happened in and outside the game.
Barovia happened.
The pandemic happened, like just all this crazy stuff. And I think that
Villagers
speech
in
got
Barovia
everyone
are not
gave
nice.
gave everyone the energy to push that last month or two.
Do you have a favorite, Jay?
Well, I think one of my most memorable moments is the first time I killed a PC as GM. It was shocking to me. It was which I think I'm going to talk trash about 5e here for a second. The only good Wizards of the Coast module, Lost Mines of Phandelver.
That's a bold
Spoiler alert.
statement.
Yeah, bold statement. Yeah, no, I think the modules are terrible. But because I need support as a GM. I've totally lost my brain here.
Lost mine.
Talking crap about
Killed your first character.
So kill the first character. And this is a bit of a spoiler here. So again, if you haven't played this and you want to, which you should.
What is it called?
Lost Mines of Phandelver. It's a beginner
box.
Yeah.
I
Basically.
think we played it.
We did.
Yeah, it's like a three level module. But
You
it's
killed
really
a
well
beginner,
designed. It's
Jay?
got- yeah, so it was Shashank's character,
Oh,
the winged Aasimar elf.
that was before I joined.
Yeah. He they encountered, spoiler alert, there's a young green dragon, and they came in there and it one-shotted Desi. I think she like critically failed her save and was killed instantly. Like massive damage roll, right? Gone. And we were just all shocked, right? Like that never happens in 5. Rarely do you lose characters. And only a lot of times, we lost a couple in Strahd, but it was almost like, I'm tired of this character. Can you kill him this out? Okay, sure. Like Ken, essentially threw his cleric into death. But yeah, it was a shock. And we were all like, whoa, this is crazy. Shashank was cool that in fact, we were all, the next time we met, we did like a funeral for this character. So we like talked about our favorite memories of this character and stuff. And then I inserted her as like a recurring sort of spirit messenger from the astral plane. Like I didn't want to kill him.
I did this.
I did it. I'm running a game where I've just, made someone sad. Later I got over it, like when I TPK'd Holly.
Yeah, you were quite gleeful about that, as I remember.
Yeah, that's a little more. The first time is always shocking. The subsequent times, no problem. Speaking of TPKs, total party kills, you guys had a pretty hefty fight in the alley here of Hammer City with the members of Fingers McNab, the pickpocketing group that you disrupted in their business in the tavern and chased down the alleys until you reached this darkened crossroads here deep within the tenements of the city. You fought them to a standstill, and through a couple of hurried negotiations, you threw down their weapons and healed each other. Mainly you guys healed their bleeding out members. That's kind of one of the merchant of this group, the human woman dressed in merchant robes, said that they would throw down their weapons if you saved their friends, and you did. You guys are standing here pretty late in the dark. There's a light cantrip going, a flickering torch on the ground, the shadows probably flickering off each other's faces, looking at each other in the dark. What do you guys want to do or say?
How are you feeling? So I had just gone over to help kind of support the Watcher as she was getting weaker. Serafina came up and helped heal her. So before I step away again, I just want to make sure she's steady. Are you good? Are you better now?
I felt better. That was quite a wound your friend gave me. You don't look so good yourself either, though.
Yeah, and yeah, I'm just gonna, if you're good, I'm just gonna step back a little bit. No offense taken, I hope.
Did the Axis hire you?
The merchant would speak now for the group. Yeah, Brogan did.
Brogan.
Do we know a Brogan?
You don't know a Grogan.
Is it a Grogan with a G?
It is Grogan with a G. 2 G's.
Do we know a Brogan either?
I don't know if you know a Brogan.
Okay, Grogan. Can I do a recall knowledge and see if that's a name that I am familiar with?
Sure, I would take an underworld lore check.
Right.
I have one of those.
Yeah, both of you can make those.
Private
then.
jam for this, right?
Yeah.
Roll mine in the open.
Yeah.
Let me reroll.
Oh, brutal.
I did private jam.
Yours
Shepherd
rolled
did not.
private.
I did?
Shepard, would you re-roll yours? Secret?
You have to do blind GM, not private GM.
Yeah, you need to roll blind.
No, I saw it.
She can see it too.
Oh, she can. Oh, that's fine.
We said we were new to this game on the first episode. Maybe we should say that.
Yeah.
I just got excited with the clicking.
Foundry's great. It can be sometimes tricky to know which button to push.
We get so excited, we just start clicking. Okay, we're there.
Yeah, neither of you, this name isn't familiar to either of you.
Bo will kind of stand up and uses the gun sword as like a crutch, basically, and puts it under his elbow. Grogan, I thought it was Utia that read things.
Utia? I don't know who that is. No, Grogan, you big guy, hairy beard. He runs the Axis.
What was his point of hiring you? Just to stir up trouble?
Yeah, that's what he said. We'd have an easy night of it. Stealing coin from the people to make sure, spread it out, make as many people angry as possible. Guess he's having some kind of dispute with this neighborhood? I don't know.
Where would we find him?
I don't know.
Where did you find him?
I just got word from him. We met somewhere. Alley. Usual.
The usual?
Yeah.
Where's that?
No, I mean like in these kind of deals, like usually meet in a place where, I don't know.
I
neutral
am
place.
familiar with these kind of deals.
Oh, well then.
The devil's in the details. I would love to hear more.
Yeah, that's it. We just met some random alley. They said to meet in and, give us some money. Told us we could keep whatever we stole. Make sure we really piss people off. Looks like we succeeded in that last bit.
Well, a little bit of free wine and neighborhood pride. I think we got that taken care of.
Well,
But-
I was thinking more of you guys.
We didn't kill you. We could have.
I feel like the feeling's mutual there.
Yeah, let's not go back to threatening each other. We all want the same thing, I believe. And we're just looking for some information.
Are you going back to meet with them to get the other half of the pay?
Not anymore. I think we're going.
Did you have a meeting spot arranged?
No, they would just get word to us that we'd done enough.
I think going is probably what's best for everyone.
Yeah. Now that you know who we are, it's no good dealing here. So,
And inadvertently, we were able to prove that 7th Ward can take care of themselves. So, you actually kind of did us a favor. Just, I don't want it to sound threatening, but just don't come back. It'd be no fun for any of us.
you guys know how to fight, I guess. Certainly know how to chase people through alleys. Not in our
A little bit of
interest.
practice.
We're not much, fighting's not our game. Murder, nah. Just lift a couple wallets. That's all.
Well, it's been a pleasure
Yeah.
as we all slowly bleed.
Now you bleed well. No, we bleed well. You didn't bleed.
Can I check my pockets and make sure everything's still there?
Listen, appreciate us letting us go. You're not with the town guard or anything, yeah?
Town guard.
Have
they
you
don't
ever
do
seen the
anything.
town guard run through the alleys?
Have you ever seen the town guard run? He didn't have any problems sitting when we ran past him.
Also, like, why do you think we're together? I mean, we're just all here at the same time, but that doesn't mean we're together. Like, we don't even... How do you know we even know each other? We might not. So you're making a lot of assumptions.
Real subtle. Great job.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Seventh
what the
Ward
hell
is
you're
always
talking about.
together.
Honestly.
Ward.
Seventh Ward.
Listen, here, take this. And she'll pull out a purse. It's a little bit from what we took tonight.
Oh, stolen money.
10,
Thank you.
10 gold. And, hey. And she'll gesture over to the performer, whose name I totally know off the top of my head. It is Schulte. Schulte, give him the card deck. He'll sigh and toss you toss Shepherd, like a little, it's like 5, looks like playing cards. Just
Don't open it.
a little pack.
It's a 3 dragon
tied up
ante.
with a rubber band. Cantrip pack.
I draw all of them simultaneously.
So you guys get 10 gold and a cantrip pack.
Excellent.
And that is in the party stash. You guys can take a look at that, and I'll explain what that is in a second. Also, Doc, give him that little juice that you put on your leg. Seems like these guys aren't friends of the Axes. You know, Grogan will probably come for you once he learns what happened. Take this.
I think we're probably already on their radar. This isn't going to help.
Again, there is no we right now. We're just randomly all here at the same time.
Hey, I don't know who you are, Fox Lady.
Exactly.
No, I really don't know who you are.
Don't people know who you are in your fox form?
No.
You advertise your services to hunt people down in your fox form.
Sometimes.
Listen, you guys, why you can argue this out. Do you mind if we leave while you...
One thing before you go. Can you send the word that this ward is protected?
Just tell everybody.
Like, it's not worth your time to steal from here. You'd be doing us a heck of a favor.
Well, sure, till Grogan kills you, then it's good, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, after that, we're dead.
that's fair. Once we're dead, you can do whatever you like.
Yeah, so I guess just watch the news or something.
You mean that guy in the town square?
Yeah, the guy
Caller?
in
Or the
Triangle Square, the town crier.
crier.
Mhm.
So, what do they call you guys? So I can tell everyone to look out for you.
Well, I think for now, just tell them that this ward is defended.
7th Ward strong.
Ward strong.
7th Ward strong.
Just call us the Saints.
No, please don't.
Wait a minute.
We're far from
I
saints.
think we're going to have to discuss this further.
All right.
We haven't got into branding yet.
Yeah, we're no one.
You guys
Gotta
have,
check
we have-
copyright.
you have a t-shirt yet I could pick up somewhere?
The Lucky Sevens.
We are the 7th Ward.
The 7th
Any one of us in the ward.
Oh, wow, that's cool.
All right. I would say it's nice to meet you, but it wasn't. And
It wasn't nice to meet you either.
the 5 of them will slink off into the night, leaving you here in the alley. I don't know. What do you want to do?
Out of curiosity, the gold that they gave us, is this gold from the town? Because the goblin had coins in his hat when we were in the bar that weren't of this town.
Yeah, the gold they gave you are the 7th.
Gotcha.
Is it the ones they took from the townsfolk,
They
or
said
is it pay from the axes?
Yeah.
I think they said they took it tonight.
Is it covered in blood? Is it blood money?
No blood.
Okay. I would start patching up Bo. I've never treated wounds on a Leshy before, but maybe you can help guide me through this.
Were you doing? Are you doing it?
Treat wound? Do you want me to risky
No.
surgery?
No,
Yeah.
I do not.
It's a 1d8. There's only 1 in 8th chance I knock you unconscious doing it.
Well, if you feel comfortable,
You tell me.
I feel like we can just go rest.
Okay. How about just a normal treat
Like, we
wounds?
have a lair.
Sure.
Like my house, like he points generally, I would imagine like 5 houses down.
No, please don't. Please
Shep
don't.
takes out this wicked knife with like dried
Rusty,
blood on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's only hurt for a minute.
Yeah, so I would just normally treat his wounds.
Oh, okay. Yeah, go
Just
ahead and
to
roll
patch him
that
back
medicine check.
Oh, good thing we didn't do risky surgery.
An 8.
I failed.
So you are immune to treat wounds for another hour.
Sorry, first time with a leshy.
It's fine. Usually we use leaves.
Where does the blood go?
There is no blood.
That makes it a lot harder to treat wounds.
And you notice this, like,
I mean, there is
like
now.
grape juice. Like, you
Yeah.
can smell the grape juice is like flowing out of him.
we have something to discuss tonight then. Maybe I learned something here. I feel like this would be a pretty important thing to both for me and Serafina to figure out.
Yeah, this body's more akin to a construct than a living thing.
Well, if nobody had objections to it, I would like to take this gold back to the bar. We can tell them that Fingers McNab won't be an issue anymore. Return them some money, maybe gain a little goodwill.
You gonna say they dropped it? I feel like us
Don't
coming
even
back
need to
is
say
like
that.
announcing we did it.
Announcing that we did what? Stopped them?
Yes.
Yeah.
How did you get the gold?
In our personas?
I'm not taking this mask off when I return it.
I'm not trying to say we shouldn't return their money. And Penn is clearly back to trying to use a more sophisticated voice, which makes you realize she's probably been talking in a completely different voice this whole time. But now we are kind of a person of interest, so we don't want to draw attention that we are do-gooders and really point out that we are people that maybe have taken action in the past. And, we don't really want people to associate us together.
Well, I don't have a problem being associated with all of you. You seem, everyone that I know here is a pretty stand-up person.
That's very nice.
And if somebody, we already are known, so we might as well be known for good things, not just we killed the teenager out in front of the burned down building.
Why do you have to keep
What?
bringing that up?
Oh, I'm sorry, did that hit a nerve? I didn't.
No. I do think it's foolish if there's 5 people that were seen fighting the Axes, and now there's 5 people being seen fighting Fingers McNab. It's drawing a lot of attention. Fingers McNab got away with pretending they were one person because they were never drawing attention to themselves as a group. So I think that we would be wise to do something similar. If you want to return the money, maybe you can drop it in front of them and pretend that they found it or something.
Well, that's part of why I would be okay with I can drop it off. We don't have to have conveniently 5 of us that are there.
Sure.
And some of us, when we left, did things like go back to their wine shop. So
Yeah, I can.
hopefully we can fudge the numbers enough that it's not 5 people went out and 5 masked people came in.
I'd propose one other thing to consider. In a way, the townsfolk lost some money but gained free drinks. And if we were to invest it back in the party, that's a way to ensure that we can continue protecting them. And I know that 2 of our members have healed the townsfolk many times, so maybe we could invest it in continuing to heal them. But whatever you guys decide, I'm not attached to it. I don't need it by any means.
Why don't I take it back as Bo tomorrow? And just be a tip.
Well, I sort of feel like people don't know how to think about us right now or our actions of the other night. And this might be a way to, we're fighting the Axes, but do we want to be fighting the townspeople as well? I'm kind of with Marth on this. Maybe
I think
it would
important
go
to show that, we're fighting for them, not just troublemakers that brought the Axes down.
Though if we're the ire of the Axes and we're saying we're protecting the ward, then the ward is basically collateral. Anytime they want to attack us, they'll attack the ward.
They're already doing that, though.
Sounds like they're already taking it out on the townsfolk.
Maybe we could have this conversation somewhere more private.
Yeah, that's a good call.
We're in the middle of the alley maze.
Yeah. I'm in
Yeah, but we made a
agreement.
lot of commotion here.
peeking out their windows. There's 10 heads sticking out watching.
We just had a big brawl and there's spell casting and stuff going on, so.
But why don't you wipe your grape juice off the ground and then maybe we can go back to the lair?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think walking in, mask on by yourself, dropping the gold at the bar, mentioning that the Fingers won't be harassing the ward anymore, leaving a 7th ward strong and walking out without causing too much of a commotion. Might send a message that we're here for them. Unity in the ward.
I like it. I mean, that is what I said, but I still like it.
Are there people looking out their windows? Can I do a perception check?
No.
Okay,
Sure.
okay.
Yeah, you can if you want.
And this is a blind GM.
We're in a really bad part of the neighborhood if this did not cause any commotion. They're like, hey, we have our own deal. We can't get caught up in yours.
Looks fine.
I mean,
Bad part
that's
city
kind of
is
rule
you
number one in the tenements is the
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I saw nothing,
Yeah.
I heard nothing.
When you hear a fight, you lock the door.
It's just Birdie having a bit of a fun out back. You don't notice anything. Seems quiet.
Maybe we could all go home and meet up. Well, I mean, go to where it is we're from.
We understand you need to get home by a certain time. You can leave.
And maybe we could meet tomorrow, and we could talk some more. Maybe in the, place that we can meet. Does that sound good? Maybe 10 a.m.?
Let's do it.
Then
Sure.
All right. Are we all awkwardly going to go up the same alley?
Do we? Oh, you're going this way? Oh, okay.
There's
there's
only
only-
4 ways to go.
Yeah.
There's 5 of us.
Pen,
Right.
did you want me to treat your wounds before you left?
Yes, please.
Anyone else? I guess Marth could use a little healing. So
No offense, Shepard.
if anyone wants to attempt to heal Marth as well, I'll let you give that a chance.
Whoa.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
I can
10
heal
points.
Marth.
Thank you.
All right.
Attempt to heal Marth. You wanted risky surgery though, right? I'm rolling rocks today.
You do get a bonus on your medicine check to roll risky surgery, right? Is it plus
I
2?
do.
Serafina, where did you learn to heal
but
people
I
like
won't.
that?
Well, I'm actually I'm a midwife, and I took over from the previous midwife who was retiring, Helga Kegbreaker. She taught me a lot.
woohoo. Arya was just staring Shepard down the whole time. Like,
When I heal you, does it heal Arya?
kind
it
of,
split?
yes.
Awesome.
All right, go on.
Is
on.
this all
I'm curious
still
about
happening
this.
in the
I wanna
alley?
hear- yeah, this is all in the alley.
Oh, the minute she started talking about herself, I would not here.
Oh.
Sorry, I thought we had
Tomorrow.
made our way back.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yep.
I was out of place.
Tomorrow. Sorry, I didn't mean to ask personal questions
I mean,
in public.
only if we can ask you personal questions.
Maybe tomorrow.
For Mateen, that always means no.
You don't know I'm a teen.
All right, so you guys would leave this area one by one, slipping back into the city. I guess we'll go with Marth first, back to the room in the pillar.
Yep, back to the room in the pillar.
All right, yeah, you get to the room in the pillar. It's pretty late, but there's a sizable crowd, quite a buzz with the events of the evening. People are checking their pockets. They are counting their losses. Gus Broadfoot, the halfling proprietor, is in a rage with fury at what's happened tonight. You can hear him shouting as you approach.
If we catch those goddamn vigilantes, we'll string them up from the.
And yeah, boom, open the door.
The door swings open, and do you make it slam theatrically?
Yes.
Have a boot through the door.
And heads swivel to you. At first, it's the usual noisy thing, but a wave of silence extends from the door as you come in mashed. Is Arya by your side?
No,
So you've dismissed
I've
Arya?
dismissed Arya.
All right.
All right. Yeah, just from standing there. The Fingers McNab won't be a problem anymore. They've been taken care of. 7th word strong. And tosses the bag onto the bar. Actually, no, he tosses it to the proprietor
Yeah.
guy, Gus. And then just as quickly gets on out.
As you churn out and run out, you hear him yell,
Hey, that's one of those guys that did the cakes. 100 gold for his head.
and you hear the people
no.
sort of rush towards the door, but they burst out as darkness.
100 gold for our heads?
Damn,
I don't know that.
Gus.
I don't know that.
Hooray for being a shadow folk.
Yeah, you have special abilities, stealth, I assume.
Eventually.
Well, we'll flavor it. I think it's much cooler if you vanish into the darkness.
I agree.
He's just hiding in the bush.
He whips the mask
Where'd he
off and then
go?
all of a sudden turns and starts walking the other
Yeah.
way, toward the bar.
I did make sure to buy a grappling hook, so I can, Batman myself on out. I mean, we didn't bring up intellectual property.
There is one character I do want to follow. And that's Bo.
Yeah, Bo would make his way back to his shop. He would, on the way there, just kind of find a good spot to turn back into himself and kind of just stop any, I wouldn't say bleeding, I'll say leaking of his grapely fluids. And yeah, he'll grab just like 5 bottles just to make it clear that like he left, got something, come back kind of thing, and then clean himself up as best he can to look a little bit more presentable.
Yeah. As you come back to the restaurant, you notice something odd, that all the lights are off. Which is unusual because at this time of night, they would just be finishing up dinner. You know, the last people would be served. There'd probably be a couple of stragglers, but, you know, the waiters would be cleaning up, the dishwashers would be cleaning up, the chefs would be putting stuff away, but everything is quiet at Lelian.
I forgot to go back after. I know she was having a problem. I kind of go from between the swinging gate doors and going to the restaurant. Is anyone in there still? Or
no, it's empty. There's no one there.
Okay. I will make a mental note to go to Vol's house, knowing her long enough. I'll still drop off the bottles on the way and then go to Vol's.
Okay. Before you have a chance to leave, you go and you drop off the bottles. You hear the door open. The lights go on. It's Vol.
Oh, Marth. Marth, I'm sorry. Bo.
And reset.
And now we know she has a relationship with Marth?
Oh!
Hey, man.
Good for you.
Would you rather
Take
I
that,
be
flower.
entering your house, uttering his name, or entering his house?
He's
uttering
okay with
your
coming
name?
in at all hours of the night.
Bo.
Vol.
Yes. Oh, hi. I was hoping I'd see you before I just got back. You know, I canceled dinner tonight.
Oh, I'm sorry you had to do that.
No, first I was upset, you know how it is, but I was thinking how honorable you were to rush off and think of the soup kitchen first.
Yeah, I think we all need some help right now, and I think they need it probably the most, so...
Yeah, well, I went out and talked to Sammy, you know, the woman who runs the orphanage, and she was organizing things there. So we had a nice chat, and we went out and talked to a bunch of other restaurateurs in the neighborhood. And you know what? We're going to stand in for Jacobson's Cakes. One of the restaurants has an empty lot next to it. Sammy said she has a friend named Marth who can get permits, so we can convert it into a semi-permanent area where we can set up a, you know, not just a soup kitchen, but maybe a shelter or something like that. Maybe a clinic.
Oh, that'd be wonderful.
So, yeah, we're each going to pitch in, and maybe once a month, each of us run the soup kitchen, that kind of thing.
No, that's great. And I've been putting a lot of thought into it too since the Axes aren't extorting us anymore. There's a real chance that there's going to be some more criminal activity going on.
Yeah.
It came up as just a offhanded comment I made at the bar tonight, but I think it rings true. Is the 7th Ward needs to show that they're strong, and I think it needs a face to do that.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, and he like gestures to like the height of him versus kind of like looking up at her general. I don't think I'm the kind of person that can lead a kind of a neighborhood watch, if you will. Obviously you're clearly dedicated to the ward and willing to help. Are you willing to be a point to be in this neighborhood watch? Show everyone around that, you know, we're not to be reckoned with?
Oh, no. I'm a cook, not a fighter. It would be terrible. No, I couldn't.
Vol, you're literally one of the strongest people I know. You take command of every possible situation. Like, we need someone that can be the face, and I can put up flyers. I can put out grapes. I can give people wine and get them all stoked up. But ain't nobody listening to this voice and thinking, "Boy, that's a leader right there."
My
I don't
voice
have that.
isn't that great either.
Remember Marth? She was expecting Marth. She's a lover, not a fighter.
That's right.
No, you'll have to find someone else. That's not my style. You know me. I much prefer the kitchen. No, I can't do that.
All right, well,
I'm no politician.
well, we're gonna need someone like that if we're gonna get by. Otherwise, I'm really scared that the restaurant and my shop are gonna keep getting hit like this.
Well, maybe we can convince the town guard to step up.
Yeah, and I can crap in one hand and hope in the other and be in the same boat here.
Started
With
that
a
sentence
handful
the
of
calling
crap.
card stands.
Well, maybe we could talk with Boss Hatchet. Maybe he could step up, or Councilman.
Oh, maybe.
I mean, he gave me the loan for this restaurant to begin with.
Oh, I never knew that.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe he could be, or maybe that Sammy person fella could help out.
Sure, she's very charismatic.
Oh,
She's
Sammy
a fire
got it.
plug.
I got it.
Spitfire, not a fire plug. Fire plug.
Oh, maybe
Fire
she.
hydrant.
She's a sure fire hydrant of a lady.
Yeah. We could need someone like that to rally the troops a little bit, because, like I said, this is going to get worse before it gets better, I imagine.
Well, I'll let you be in charge of that. I've got enough on my plate now with these getting up the food and rounding up the others to work and running a restaurant at the same time.
Oh, yeah, well, in the morning I can head out to the farm and grab any extras. Do you need me to grab anything? I'll grab a couple crates of grapes again and anything you want to donate.
Well, I'll make a list. Right now, we're taking turns, so we'll see. Yes, but let's talk in the morning. I'm exhausted.
I lean in and give Vol just a huge vine hug.
She'll give you a hug back.
Your grapes seemed a little deflated. Are you okay?
I took a fall on the cobblestones. I'm sorry. I got it all over. Yeah, this is...
She wipes a little grape juice off her shirt. Oh, well.
I'm sorry about that. Yeah, just a little worse for wear, that's all. You know how old I am. I fall down.
Oh, perhaps we should get you a walker.
Oh, maybe a crutch, if any, or like a nice cane. Oh, that would be wonderful.
Like trellis.
That's an excellent idea. Hero point.
Yes.
This is lushy racism at its worst.
I love it.
You
There are
do have
many
that little
harmful
signal zone
stereotypes.
necklace too. You got a little life alert button. I've fallen and I can't get up.
So, yeah, Vol will head out. So there's kind of a solution to the soup kitchen. Vol and Sammy have organized the neighborhood restaurateurs to set something up. However,
Nice.
they will need a permit.
I don't know where they're going to get that.
I do.
That
Well-
might be the most ominous voice that you have used.
We fade down on that scene, and I do want to go one place more. Visit Lotions and Potions a couple of hours later, deep in the night, probably, I don't know, midnight, 2, 3 a.m. We see Serafina in bed with Echo curled up like a comma next to her. Serafina awakes. Serafina, you wake up, you look down, there's Echo next to you. She's just burning up. She's not feverish. It's just child heat, right? You know, it's like fantasy April. I don't think we talked about what time of year it is. It is essentially mid-April, kind of around where we are now. Goes around 16. But still, this child is just sweating like a pig. She's like twisting and turning in bed. She's diagonal and face down in the bed and has dug her heel into your side, and you wake up. What do you do? Think you got a book to read or something?
My sleep schedule is so messed up anyway because I don't have regular sleep hours. So I figure, well, I might as well get up and maybe I'll go downstairs and see if Mama left any herbs that need to be hung to dry or anything like that. See if there's anything I can do. So I get up and kind of unbraid my hair from sleeping and pick up a brush. I'm standing in front of the mirror and I'm kind of brushing out my hair.
It's been a long day. I know we talked about your first time using magic and that kind of thing, and you were kind of taken aback by the deaths that happened at Jacobson's Cakes. Is there something going through her mind? Like, I can imagine Serafina especially seems very thoughtful, among our party and introspective. What's she feeling about who she is tonight versus who she was 2 days ago?
Well, I imagine that she is thinking about the combat that we just had and knowing that we were all trying to just kind of end the conflict without killing anyone or really hurting anyone. But then she thinks about when she kind of lost control and cast Void Warp. Just the feeling of the power that was rushing through her and the damage that she did. And, you know, this is a new feeling for her, but she kind of liked it. And maybe she doesn't 100% want to acknowledge that in herself, but just thinking about it makes her heart beat a little bit faster. And she's this for the first time, you know, because she talked to Marth about it after the first combat and how he told her, you know, it was a gift and that she could learn to control it and that it came from somewhere. And so for the first time now, she's kind of thinking about it with curiosity and openness. Like, oh, that did feel kind of natural. It felt kind of good to do that.
So as you're thinking this, mulling your newfound power, maybe the unexpected joy at it, you see a mark on your forehead. Kind of blurry. It's gray blue. Looks like maybe a smudge of ash or even a light bruise.
So I lean in a little to try to get a better look at it and then swipe at it with my thumb, try to brush it off.
It doesn't come off.
Okay, so I do the mom thing and I like lick my thumb now and
God, I hate when my mom did that to me as like a kid, you know?
And I rub it, you know, a little more firmly, trying to get it off.
It doesn't come off. If anything, it looks darker, looks more blue.
Okay.
It's got like a weird pattern to it somehow.
It looks, I'm looking at it closely and trying to figure out if I've seen it before. It looks kind of familiar, but I can't really place it.
Yeah. You lean into the mirror to take a look, but then, weird. You must have gotten in the fight tonight, right? Or something?
Yeah, I'm sure that's it.
And then you lean back to go to your hair again, and you see a woman over your shoulder.
Oh my gods.
She is beautiful in this otherworldly way. She's not of this existence. Gray skin, dark red lips, long, flowing, snow white hair. The weird thing is her hair seems to be moving as if there's a breeze going through, but there's no breath at all. In fact, the room feels still as death. It's like you're in a crypt. And eyes, as she looks at you, are white, no pupils, no irises. And her lips begin moving, but you don't hear any sound come out.
Who are you? What are you?
You hear a whisper.
How did you get in here? What are you doing here?
The sound grows louder.
What are you doing here?
She starts disintegrating like she's
What?
smoke, and then you hear two clear words. To help. And you wake up in your bed, your daughter next to you.
Oh.
End the session there.
Oh.